There are a plethora of reasons to transition your daily driver gaming rig over to Linux.
Delete Windows today and switch to an open source future right now.
You know why? I'm turning into a penguin. Yeah, mate, for the most part, I've jumped over to Linux.
With Windows coming with spyware pre-installed and calling it a feature, and Apple keeping your data private until it sends it to ChatGPT. You may be looking for an alternative. And let me tell you, when it comes to the rest, Linux is the best.
Don't worry, I can save you. Install Linux.
Fine, I'll do it. I'll install Linux. Are you happy now? I have an old rig that has Windows 10 and it's basically unusable. But with the dark arts of Linux necromancy, I might be able to breathe new life into this ancient husk. So, here's the plan. I don't have a plan. I just heard that you can install Bazzite and have a steam-powered machine that acts like a console. So with absolutely zero knowledge, zero skill, zero experience, I'll follow a YouTube tutorial and see where that takes me. How hard can it be, right? The time has come to figure out why this operating system has taken over everyone's minds lately. Let the journey commence.
Go ahead, and this Bazzite is a cutting-edge Steam OS tailored for gaming PCs and laptops. It delivers Steam OS experience and works flawlessly for gaming laptops with AMD GPUs in gaming mode. Additionally, it supports NVIDIA GPUs.
Behold, the Ancient One. How ancient, you ask? Ancient enough to need a DVI adapter for a VGA cable. What are those, you wonder? I'm afraid that knowledge was lost to time. Now that we have the hardware ready, it's time for the etching ritual to begin. During this process, I shall attempt to make heads or tails out of all of this tech. The etching has been completed, not without any hiccups, of course. Anyway, now it is time for even more hiccups. Let me just plug my wireless mouse first. Okay. Let's see if this black box still has some juice left in it.
The first thing to do after entering into BIOS is to enable USB boot.
As you can see, my computer has stopped all the RGB lighting in the entire universe. That's why almost all companies have stopped changing their logo this month. There's only so much RGB lighting to go around.
Instructions. Then change the boot order by setting the USB drive as the primary boot. Once it's done, save the changes. Now your system will boot into Bazzite. Now you will see the Anaconda installer. Then go ahead and select your language, then click continue.
Of course, things weren't going to be that simple. Especially when you try new things with no experience, you have to keep that in mind. But it's quite annoying that my monitor is out of range with no way to fix it. However, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I didn't want to do this, but looks like I'll have to connect to the TV in order to even begin the installation process. I no longer require this monitor, so let me get rid of it, just temporarily. Anyway, let's proceed with the installation process.
Go ahead and select test this media and install Bazzite. Then press
It's alive!
Here's another thing. I don't like that I have to connect my PC to the internet just to install the program that should have been on the USB stick to begin with. I don't like to complete a bunch of prerequisite tasks that appear out of nowhere every time I try to do anything. It's like this whole installation process has bad quest design. Even my patience has limits, and after completing so many side quests, I'm starting to realize that those were in fact radiant quests. Have you ever experienced something like this? I remember being a kid, playing Skyrim, trying to get to the end of some annoying side quest to rank up in the Thieves Guild. I think I did over 20 quests before getting fed up, went to the internet, then found out that was a Radiant quest and I thought, oh, that sounds nice, I wonder what Radiant means. Then I found out what Radiant meant and I got soul crushed, abandoned the Thieves Guild and went to the Dark Brotherhood, where, surprise surprise, I've also got trapped in Radiant quests. Those quest designers themselves deserve to get stuck in a loop in the deepest, darkest circle of hell for committing this atrocity. This is the reason I immediately Google everything now. I don't even care about spoilers. Give me a spoiler every minute of the hour. I'd rather have that than being trapped, even for a second, in a Radiant quest. The simple fact that installing Bazzite awakened this deep-seated awful memory from within, it's a sign to give up. For today. It's a new day, and you know what that means. A new chance to install Linux, but this time we're going to try something different, something new, something fresh as morning dew. Something mint.
Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and delete Windows today and switch to an open source future right now.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's go.
Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar.
Let's make some space.
Delete Windows today.
The etching was running in the background all this time, and it's done. Time to boot the system.
Delete Windows today.
Wow, that was fast.
Hello, guys and gals.
So let me get this straight. During the installation process, there's a quick time event that, if you miss it, the operating system installs itself. Fascinating.
Me Mudahar. Delete Windows today.
No way, it's already done. I was expecting something a bit more challenging after the previous experience. I'm surprised things went so smoothly today. Even my wireless mouse has charged. The sun is shining bright. Yes, today is gonna be a good day.
Guys and gals.
If somehow out of all of those Linux videos, mine's the one that makes you want to try it, by all means.
Delete Windows today.
Don't use a video about a guy installing Linux from a tutorial as a tutorial. I'll leave Mudhar's video first link in the description. If you want to install Linux Mint, go watch that while the operating system installs itself, alright?
Guys and gals.
But hold your horses for now, I need the retention. Here comes the best part. Yeah, that's definitely what I meant. The configuration is done. I can safely remove the USB stick and check out what this operating system can do. First thing I want to do is tone down some of those colors. Let's leave some pride for the rest of companies that didn't get the memo. Well, would you look at this, I've already installed Steam, no hassle whatsoever. Let's see some games, boys. Well, who invited you here, you little rascal? What's that? You want me to install wine? Are you sure? You better know what you're doing. Yes, this is the setup I told you about. By all means, inspect what you will, I assure you all of it is up to the standards. What do you mean you'll have to cut my broadcast short because there's too many rainbow accessories in the video? That was the only option back then. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Guys and gals, me Mudahar.
So yeah, apparently that was just a misunderstanding and we've passed the audit with flying colors, yeah.
Delete Windows today.
We're totally not on borrowed time right here. Anyway, let's see some games already.
Open for me, Odor!
Now keep in mind, Linux can't perform miracles. It cannot run current games on ancient hardware.
Delete Windows today.
You can barely run current games on current hardware with all of the DLSS, FrameGen and all of those AI tricks.
Guys and gals,
It can definitely be used as intended, however, which is more than you can say about Windows. It's actually mind-blowing that there are phones more powerful than this computer. And to be fair, yes, Android runs on Linux.
me Mudahar.
The gaming footage was captured with OBS on the same hardware running Linux Mint. As you can see, it offers a flawless gaming experience, which is to be expected judging by how old the game looks. Anyway, let's try something newer. Look at all of those saves, all of them bring back so many memories, so many modes. We are definitely going to play some Skyrim now, and not just for testing purposes.
Wait, you there. Step forward.
Delete Windows today.
Who are you?
There's a bit of screen tearing that I had no way of knowing since I don't have any second monitor connected and the gameplay looked fine, which is not a big deal, especially since this part is towards the end of the video and most of you have left by now anyway.
Guys and gals,
Let me know in the comments below if you've made it so far and if you are excited for a Skyrim playthrough, or any comments at all would be nice, honestly. I'll try my best to respond to all of them. Now this is nice and all, but will I even be able to get some use out of this computer? In order to do that, I'll have to somehow make it wireless. That's where today's sponsor comes into play, ladies and gentlemen. I'm obviously joking, come on, do you really think a channel so small would get any sponsors? Ha, ha ha ha. Funny, no, I just bought a Wi-Fi adapter. After I arrived home and looked at the driver side, it only had the Windows and macOS installers. Then naturally, I asked ChatGPT, what the hell man, you said this would work. And the AI was like, well, of course it works, and gave me some spaghetti code to paste in the terminal that didn't work. So I went to check on the source, and it turns out the code from the source worked and I can use this wherever there's a Wi-Fi signal, which is amazing because I'm not keeping this setup. Anyway, this video has dragged on for quite a while now, so I'll see you when I'll start my Skyrim playthrough, which will hopefully be soon and live. Thanks for watching.
guys and gals.